So if you've been wondering what the oozing and that redness is on your eczema, that oozing and redness comes from the fact that the body is using your skin as an elimination facet. The thing is that your skin is actually your third kidney, and the body always uses the skin as a way to purge toxins, purge waste. So your body is designed to feed itself, and the feeding or the kitchen aspect of the body is the blood. But also, when we have food, cells also do what when they eat? They also have to expel what they don't need anymore, just like we do. So we go to the kitchen, we have a meal, and then we go to the bathroom and we purge the waste. And cells do exactly the same. So whereas the blood is the nourishing aspect, the lymphatic system is your bathroom. And so when you see that oozing, when you see that redness, that is part of that waste from the bathroom. So basically your skin is being used more than the kidneys as an expulsion eliminator of this lymphatic waste. And this happens mostly when the kidneys are a bit weaker. So when the kidneys are down, what happens? Why would the kidneys become weaker? Well, first of all, it could be caused because of high protein diets. You know, we've been told by many health professionals over the decades that protein is extremely important. But what if I told you that it's actually that you don't need much of it to stay healthy? That even the mother's breast milk, when examined, has only 1% protein and mostly carbohydrates and simple sugars. So this tells us that, you know, protein is over amped in our culture as something we have to feel good. But too much protein can actually cause a lot of sluggishness in the body. The reason is that protein is very chemically complex. And when anything is chemically complex, the body uses more energy, first of all, to process that chemistry, and then to take care of the waste. And so if you have a lot of energy loss and a lot of things to clean up, that's I would say, net negative of the body's ability to properly bounce back and heal. So if we bombard the body with complex chemistry, like proteins, a lot of anything complex, when we eat proteins with simple sugars, and all that digestion is being compromised. So when we mix compounds improperly, that is also very, very bad for our bodies, our digestion system, our lymphatic system, and so forth. Another reason the kidneys could be down is because of stress. So the adrenal glands, which govern how kidneys function, sit right on top of the kidneys, and they handle your stress response. So if you've been stressed, that is going to impact your kidney function. Another reason why kidneys could be down is because basically we have too much acid in our bodies. So how does acidification or inflammation of the body happen? Well, you could be eating acidic foods, you could be thinking acidic thoughts, and you could be also being surrounded by acidic people or environment. So the more that your body is acidic versus alkaline, the harder the kidneys would have to work to process all of that acidity. So whenever I work with clients, I always tell them, look at the function of your kidneys. We have to go after the kidneys, because eczema is simply the side effect of block elimination. When the kidneys are blocked, when the colon is not working as well as it should, when the respiratory system is not detoxing with the breath, maybe we're breathing in a shallow way, or we're exposed to a lot of toxins in our environment, all of that could be compromising the way the body eliminates its waste. So, as well as the skin, if we're not sweating, that is going to compromise how our skin takes care of the waste in our bodies. So all of these elimination pathways or detox pathways have to work for our bodies to stay healthy. When you have more nutrition and less ability to eliminate waste, think about it. Could that, if you had your bathroom installed in your kitchen, would that be something that would keep you healthy? I don't think so. So you can think of it the same way. If you have so much waste in your body and you're full of it, and the body doesn't have a good way or an easy way to get rid of it, and that waste basically sits stagnant in the lymphatic system, so it's stuck, it's not circulating. A well-functioning immune or lymphatic system is always circulating and being purged. Always, always, always. And when it's stuck, it means that the body's working harder to get rid of the waste. So if the kidneys aren't doing their job, where does it go? Where does the body take the waste? To the skin. So what we have to do when we have eczema is take care of our kidneys, take care of our lymphatic system. Basically, the lymphatic system and the kidneys are connected. And the kidneys basically purge the lymphatic system. So first, the lymphatic system has to work and circulate properly. And then the kidneys have to work really well to take care of that waste. So both have to do a really nice dance together so that, our bodies are harmonized and we could be healthy. Even if we eat properly, if our waste is not eliminated, we're not going to feel healthy. We're not going to be healthy. But what about the gut? Well, the gut is also important because in the gut you have a very, very long and intricate network of the lymphatic system. Because the colon is the way the body processes and eliminates the food that we eat, it is very, very intricately designed to have a lot of the lymph system operate in, the large and the small intestinal walls. So when you think about it, if the lymph system in the gut is stuck, there's a lot of inflammation. So imagine all those acids kind of eating away at the lining of the intestinal walls. And that's what happens when you have leaky gut. So in my opinion, leaky gut is the result of a stagnant lymphatic system in the gut, which also compromises the way that our microbiome's health. So if you have more bad bacteria, if you have more fungus, if you have parasites, that is a big sign that there is a lot of waste that's being stuck and not eliminated. So everything connects back to the lymphatic system. And that's why I think it's really important to know about it, know what the lymph system is, how it relates to your immunity. And that's why I would like to ask you as homework to do a bit of research, to understand your immune system, the lymph system, how it acts as waste removal or system that helps the body remove waste from the system, from the body, and how your kidneys are involved in this process. And all of this will give you clarity and simplify the process of eczema, because I think so many people are so lost in this world from what I see in this world of eczema. Oh, it's this protein and it's this enzyme and it's this and it's the skin barrier and it's the gut and oh my goodness, and there are just so many factors that people bring up. And yes, these factors are true, but why do they happen? I feel all of these factors that people point to are side effects of what happens when the lymph system gets stuck. It starts to deteriorate cells, it starts to deteriorate your skin, because the waste is simply acidic, it's going to burn. So if the lymph system is stuck for too long in your body, it's going to cause cellular degeneration, it's going to cause a lot of issues. And I think most of diseases that we see that are chronic are basically the side effect of this waste system not being eliminated properly. So when we really look at detox, and detox is the solution to all of this, when we look at detox basically opens up those elimination pathways and helps the lymph system be purged by all means necessary, meaning kidneys, meaning skin, meaning the respiratory system and the gut. So everything works in harmony to get rid of this waste that the body no longer needs. So the body can't stay healthy if it's basically bombarded by acidic chemistry, erosive, degenerative, hot, acidy type of chemistry. Imagine those blockages and what they do to energy flow, what they do to blood and nerve flow. all those obstructions will lead to disease eventually. So we have to take care of the all those obstructions. We have to take care of the lymph system and support the kidneys. So those are the means to heal eczema. So your emotions and your mental states also create acids. It's not just food. It's your relationships, the way you cope with life. All of that can create either positive or negative chemistry in the body. It can create alkaline chemistry or acidic chemistry. So that's why I approach, as a detox specialist, as somebody who coaches clients through their eczema journey, I approach healing eczema holistically, because it is not just food. It is not just one allergy. It isn't looking at treatments that are going to take care of skin barrier issues. That is all very surface. It doesn't go back to the root of the problem. And the problem is basically waste and how we create the waste. So if we approach healing in a personalized way, then we can really, really see results long term. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, that it brought clarity to your misunderstanding or your lack of knowledge of what is that stuff that is on your skin. Why does it burn? Why is there oozing? And why does it go in and out? And why do the flares happen? And then you have a flare and then you're back to normal. What's going on? And if you understand this concept of your body being full of waste, and then maybe you getting rid of some, and then you can see less of the eczema, and then if you understand those concepts, then you're going to understand, okay, this is not such a mystery, and it doesn't have to be so complex like the medical system tells us. And I don't have to know about all these proteins and molecules and all of that. You don't. That's very overwhelming, and it's going to just frustrate you. Focus on the lymph system and your kidneys. The rest is just personal lifestyle. So if this information aligned with you and you feel this is the right path towards healing, the right foundational knowledge you need, and you want more information, and you want to know what it takes to detox the body, how to do it properly, what it takes to emotionally and mentally regulate, I have a masterclass that teaches all of that. It's very simple, less than 2 hours long, and you're going to get all of my knowledge about this topic of how to really, really dig deep, understand your body, understand what it takes to heal eczema, and how to do it properly, so you don't see those flares coming back and forth, and you can see results within 3 months. And if you're interested in working with me, someone who can help you on this journey, practically and personalize a protocol for you, then all my information is also below. I offer one-on-ones and also a 3-month coaching package. So you can email me and I will write you back. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.